place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
Okay, alright, so begins Dark Souls 2. Deathless begins. Surely this will go super well. Surely. Surely we're not going to have, like, any issues whatsoever. So I've been questioning how I'm going to approach Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 is a weird animal in general. It just is. It's a very, 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 very weird animal. But we're going to do our best with it. I think it's going to go... well, we're hoping that it's going to go super well. I think it's going to probably go... I want to say it's probably going to go easier than maybe what we might normally expect. But we're going to do our best, nevertheless. Anyways, everybody, here we go. Here we go. We're going to do our best on this one. I haven't really thought about how I want to approach this just yet, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe it would be worth it to do bonfire ascetics and try to million cap ourselves in order to get towards the late game, taking the opposite approach. Which would just be doing all Lord Souls. If we did all Lord Souls, it might technically be longer, but I'm honestly not sure. I'm honestly not terribly sure. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Nevertheless, healing wares, class, probably the Explorer as always, because it's just frankly the best overall starting class. And let's go ahead and get ourselves set up, shall we? It doesn't really matter, any of these features. I'm just dicking around because we always like to do that. And we're going to end up like a pasty red tomato, I'm sure of it. I don't know what it is about this game, but you always will end up as a pasty tomato whenever you do random. Without any adjustments whatsoever. It's kind of a guarantee fact. So... a little bit more. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Doesn't really matter what we choose for the hairstyle, so let's choose a hairstyle and let's move along with it. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's our beautiful, gorgeous Gumpster on the spot, and... yeah, I suppose in this case that is pretty much all I can really hope for right now. Healing wares, we're going to start off healing wares because it's typically better to have more healing anyways, off rip. And, I mean, Bonfire Ascetic is a tempting concept to me, but so is the Petrified Something. But I think we're going to ignore that in favor of just, like, raw, what's going to keep us alive in this case, so... And that is going to be the through line here, I think, is we're just going to focus on what is going to keep us alive. Once we have the stats we need for a primary weapon, which will probably end up being, more than likely it'll end up being the Rapier, we're just going to go for it and level up health past that point. All people come here. Brazzers inspired. It's been a little bit, so I imagine my menuing skills are probably not going to be amazing with this game right now. But I think we're okay for the most part. This class, the Explorer class, frankly, starts off with some of the best overall kit in Caboodle. Good ADP, not a great weapon, but frankly, you start off with like a shit ton of really great stuff. Stuff that would honestly, in most cases, keep you from kind of going absolutely insane. So, yes, fair enough. All right, he did not sit. Asshole. Alright, there's a sit animation. Wonderful. Alright, another sit. Sit. Sits. Unfortunately, he's put his ass in a terrible position for us, which is about appropriate for the fucking giant here. DS2 is kind of an interesting animal. Mainly in the sense that DS2, you don't really have... It's just not Dark Souls, frankly. It's just not. It's not a Soulsborne outright, I would say, but it is, honestly, for the most part, really fun. It is a really fun time. Additional protection to enemy employees. You know what? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Why not? That might actually be pretty damn useful for us right now. Let's actually get Crow access to while we're talking about it. There's definitely some stuff here that would probably improve our early game if we get enough. If we get lucky on our random early game polls, then cool, awesome. So things that I am going to say here on this one, if we die more than twice, I think we're going to go ahead and take it, and at that point, whatever our run is what our run is. We are trying to get through all of these games before Night Rain actually comes out, and unfortunately with the time frame we're working with right now, it's tighter. I just want to make sure that we can get through all games. Now, if we get through all games and we end up having time left over, we are going to come back to both DS3 and DS2, if DS2 is on the menu for it. But otherwise, yeah, just laying out what we're kind of working with. So. But yeah, this is just a no-death run, so yeah, it's not going to be a no-death, no-bonfire, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much the through line, I guess, on this adventure, and we're going to do our best, and it's going to be super awesome. Alright, this gremlin's dropped down. Beautiful. Alright, there we go. Cool. We probably don't even, in all seriousness, need to do what I'm doing right now. I just personally like doing it anyways because, I don't know, like, more loot, more enjoyable to me personally. It is definitely something that helps me personally, improves my adventure. So, I typically enjoy doing this one way or another. And this also gives me a chance to kind of get used to the menuing again in this game. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm definitely like a little bit lost in the menuing. Going from Soulsborne to Soulsborne, this is definitely... Nope, that does not work. You have to drop these individually, unfortunately. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Luckily, those aren't worth much. Alright, Divine Blessing. Useless as shit. Useless. Yeah, it's useful. Yeah, it's okay. And that's okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely some things that are gonna be... I forgot to get the ladder there. Whatever. It's not that deep. It's just not that deep. There's definitely things that are gonna improve our overall playing on this one. But I think our primary focus right now is get a weapon, make it work, and then after that point, just level probably straight vigor. More than likely. The sooner that we get ourselves up to up to snuff, pretty much just being able to say, like, hey, we don't have to think about anything other than just don't take too many hits, it's overall better. DS2 is an interesting animal in that sense, where, jeez, yeah, you get bullied too hard in this game. It really shows. DS3, I noticed, weirdly enough, DS3, compared to this game, if I'm taking it back to prior experiences, DS2 was the joke of the series because of the poise system in this game. No, DS3's poise system is frankly worse, honestly. I do not like DS3's poise system at all. God, it's so fucking bad. It's really bad. We are not joining this covenant for a particular reason. We are only joining this covenant because it gives us a ring. Fuck. There we go. We're joining this covenant because it gives us a ring that boosts our health ever so slightly. And that's not a permanently useful ring, but hey, it does something for the next foreseeable future kind of thing. Anyways, time to kill him. God damn. Yeah, brother, you need that piece after what I just did to your ass. Holy! I didn't have to do him so dirty, but like... I'm not gonna lie, he just had probably one of the worst days I think I've ever seen him have in a long time. Like, I was not expecting to combo his ass into, like, infinity, but hey! We'll take it. You know what? No, Mullen does not get to live. I'm sorry. He never gets to live. We don't even need anything from Mullen anyways, so...
Curses upon you, enough of this. You won't get me.
Alright. One pot wasted, but whatever. It's fine. Seldora set. We're pretty much going to be wearing this Seldora set the entire time, so... There we go. Hey there, Enigma 30. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well tonight. And yeah, ye indeed, my friend. Alright. There we go. Alright, cool. We don't really need that Estus Flask shard, and frankly... Okay, admittedly I wasn't expecting to talk to Shalcor through the wall. That was interesting. Huh. I don't think I've done that before. It's kind of, God, what's the way to put it? It is different. God, it is fucking different. For all the other games, most of the controls are frankly very, very smooth. This is like playing like Luigi when you've been playing Mario for years. It's going from like smooth, controlled, exact, precise movements to playing like butter, honestly. Like playing like you have butter on your shoes. And it is a time. Alright, we're fine. Let's go deal with Dragon Rider, and... yeah, I guess after Dragon Rider we can keep moving along with our lives. I like to do Dragon Rider early, because Dragon Rider, well, you'll see why Dragon Rider doesn't matter. I mean, frankly, most people who know this game anymore know why Dragon Rider doesn't matter early on, but still. Oh, right, that's what I wanted to equip. There we go. I guess the other thing, too, is that because we're doing this as a no-death run and not a no-death, no-bonfire, we can actually upgrade our flask. Huh. Nice. It actually kind of makes me a little bit happy. Just the teensiest, weensiest bit happy right now. Like, past upgrading our flask capacity, we can actually do more, like, we can actually make it so our flask is not absolute dog water shit. Which does make me happy. That actually makes me pretty happy. I should keep in mind that I have a Lloyd's Talisman. In case we run into a Mimic I actually want to use that on. Alright. Well, once we're done with this boss, then officially we can move right along to actual important bosses, luckily. But anyways, everybody, it's everybody's favorite single segment of Can We Count to 6? And count with me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6! Wouldn't you know it, we can count to 6 just fine. Completely useless jump there. So funny enough, I think we might actually want a little bit of faith on this run. I think we might actually want a little bit of faith on this run. I don't normally care about getting faith at all, but Homeward might actually be useful, because Homeward allows us to pretty much warp out regardless of situation, even if we have an invader in our world. So we pretty much just get to kind of say GG's fucking, the meme of the kid that fucking hits it with the peace sign, just fucking get right out of there every single time. So we could probably, well, do we do it now? You know what, I'll buy it now, just so that way I don't forget. I think that sounds understandable. And frankly, you know what? Why not? Let's buy replenishment too while we're at it. Buy that, and we'll buy the. No, wait, we don't need a chime because we already have a chime. There we go. Okay, cool. So we could kill Licia right off the bat, but I really don't care enough. So I think we're fine. Let's go take care of our small amount of crap down this way. There we go. A shield to parry with. We don't really need to concern ourselves much with parrying right now, but it's good to have. Ah, as always, this game is funny. Was it worth it to... Well, wait, hang on. We have the, definitely not useful here, but I'm just gonna do it anyways, because I can. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, whatever. I didn't really need that item otherwise, so it works out. I'm only killing him because if I go for the items over to the left here, I have gotten caught by that asshole one too many times. Like, it isn't a terrible, terrible risk dealing with him, but does it save me a little bit of headache? Yeah, kind of. Alright, there we go. Not like we really get, like, terribly useful items anyways from over there. Not gonna lie, was not expecting him to completely whiff there. Alright, backstab. Beautiful. One more backstab. Beautiful. But give me your halberd, brother. No, that'd be too convenient. Alright, we're gonna go get the wharf bonfire. I don't really think we need it. Yeah, actually, I really don't think we need it, but I'm gonna get it anyways. Wharf doesn't matter. Wharf is completely useless. It's pretty much just an area with items to us, because we don't have to deal with anything going here. Did not mean to pop that, but oh well. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I keep accidentally misinputting there. Can I wield the chime in my offhand? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. We can't use the chime just yet, but like that will eventually come in handy for us, and frankly, that's enough for me to be excited about it. So. So weirdly enough, they actually made Homeward a pretty damn good spell in this game. Of all the things that they could have done, they made Homeward a pretty damn good spell in this game, in the sense that Homeward is pretty easily able to save your ass when things are going completely wrong. Like, way, way, way more than, like, DS1 or DS3, frankly. Actually, I'm suddenly blanking. Is there equivalent in Elden Ring? I don't think there is. But it does save your ass. It allows you to get out of there whenever there's invaders. It saves your butt, which frankly does matter. So. Alright, let's see here. So Dex definitely does matter. We need 12 Dex and Strength. That should probably be okay for right now, at least. Yeah, that should probably be okay for right now. Alright, there we go. Oh, we did not actually upgrade our flask. Okay. I guess once we get our bonfire, then we'll go deal with that. I guess once we get that, then we'll actually go see about dealing with that situation. Don't really need to, but I'm gonna pick up items where I can that are en route. Just so that way I can actually, like... Yeah, there we go. Any more Borderlands in the future? Enigma, yes. I would definitely say more Borderlands are in the future, for sure. Unfortunately, I've kind of had to I've kind of had to sideline it a little bit more than usual lately, just because of everything that's been going on. I want to be able to play some of the games that are coming out soon here, and I figured, hey, let me match up the challenges and whatnot. But yeah. I definitely want to play more Borderlands in the future, for sure. In fact, I'm looking forward to Borderlands 4 at this point. I feel like it's looking pretty damn spicy. Borderlands 4 is actually looking really damn spicy. More than I thought I would be happy to say. Like, I was not expecting it to look as good as it is, but, like, it's looking very good. Gotta keep it fresh. Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep it fresh, gotta keep moving along with things, and trying to stay on top of the newest trends and all that stuff. You're excited as well? I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Alright, well, I guess we have to deal with the gremlins. Do we have enough to wield this with two hands? No, we do not. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so we can still wield our dagger. It's not awesome, but we can do that at least. Alright, fair enough. Misinput twice. Funny enough, I think of all the new characters that I've seen with Borderlands 4, I think I'm actually, like, pretty firmly interested in seeing what's going on with the newest Siren, which is kind of different for me. I'm not usually, like, that concerned about the Siren. I'm really, really genuinely not. But this time around, I feel like I'm actually, like, pretty firmly excited about it, which is kind of nice. We don't really need one of these right now, but I'm going to buy one for the time being, because it's on the cheap. There we go. There we go. We got that ring from her. Alright, there we go. So I'd say the health ring is probably our least valuable thing right now, so let's go ahead and replace that. That seems fine. Sure, we could do hot swapping, but frankly, I don't really care to do hot swapping that much. It can be a bit tedious. It really can. Let's equip our fire bombs, and if I remember how to do this correctly... Nope. Ah, where did you come from, sir? Fucking rude. Is it like right here? There we go. Beautiful. Alright, sit down one more time. Can't level up or anything like that right now, so... Okay, what we have is fine. We could go free Leningrad real quickly, but we do need a little bit of cash money in order to make that actually worth our time. There we go. Oh, you know what? We have a handful of firebombs on us right now. We could just real quickly... There is a Titanite lizard up here, but I think we're fine. We can just firebomb him. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, that does seem fitting for DS2. I should have seen that coming. Either way, at least we can use the axe, but... okay. Temporary replacement for something that'll eventually be worth our time. Alright, there we go. And one final quick stop. Right here. There we go. Well, let's go talk to Melentia, make sure she wants to run away. There we go. Okay, there we go. Damn, we're already up to 46 life gems? What the fuck? Actually, wait, can we just warp out of the same bonfire real quickly here to go deal with that crystal lizard one more time? I would like to do that. If we could do that right now, that would be more to us to make sure that we could just level up sooner than later. I mean, not that we really have a weapon right now that's worth leveling. This axe is pretty much just a placeholder until we get to something that's actually useful. Like, pretty much this is just going to hold place until we get something worth our time. There we go. Beautiful. Put his ass in the grave. What is the moveset on the halberd like, actually, I wonder? Because if that's actually worth our time, that could be huge. What am I doing right now? Why are we going this way? Fire Giant is not that way, it is this way. Fire Giant. It's also not a Fire Giant. This is what happens when I play too many other games. There we go. I guess it actually would be worth it for us for right now to open up the little door that's down here, yeah? Yeah, you know what, honestly, we do have the Ferrous Lockstone. Let's make use of it. Why not? It's not a bad play of the day. You know, that is, I think, one of the things I like a lot about DS2, is the fact that they toss in things like this. DS2, I think, does a really, really good job of giving players a lot of opportunities to get upgrades that they would otherwise not be able to get, like, without having some way or means of access to going to get them. Like, you can get things sooner than later in this game by a long shot. And the game gives you, like, pretty much most opportunities, if not all the opportunities to do so. And I do like that. Let's do the stamina recovery for right now. There we go. Also, you can knock on a door and it makes the enemies open the door for you, which is frankly just kind of a cool fucking mechanic. It is actually just a really cool mechanic, in my opinion. Alright, he did not drop a halberd. This is unfortunate, but it's okay. There is one more halberd dude here, so this is all okay. I'm not gonna lie, having a halberd might actually be the play of the day here, because that guy is kind of outranging my shit like nobody's business. He was definitely putting the works on me just for range. So, I don't know, maybe a halberd would be worth the effort. I haven't really decided what the weapon of this run is going to be right now, but I have kind of thought, well, maybe it's just going to be standard, just a standard longsword or a standard broadsword, because frankly, both of them do an insane level of work and have a decent moveset on them. They're really easy to work with. I love the fact that these guys both failed their tosses. Jesus Christ, they fail every single toss. It's embarrassing. To be fair, like, I fucked that up, but, like, that's completely different, in my opinion. Alright. One halberd brother. I don't know how that was a shield bonk, but I'm sure there's a valid reason for that. Just kidding, it's DS2. There's no valid reasons for that kind of shit. I don't know anymore if it's just raw spite or what it is exactly with DS2, but I do genuinely love this game, frankly. I do love this game a lot. For all of its, like, blemishes that it has, I do love a majority of what this game has to offer. Even if sometimes it can feel like a lot of gobshite. There we go. I don't think I have any range options. No, I do have some ranged options. Okay, cool. I love how he can knock my ass out of the air. That honestly, like, weirdly just seems fitting for this game. Not your spear. Okay. Lame. I know for a fact that that's a halberd right up there. Does. Understandable, sir. Alright, drop me a piece of armor? No, sir. Okay, fair enough. Hello there, gentlemen! Alright, cool. They're falling out of their hole. Okay, cool. Now we can get ourselves a halberd. And I wasn't really sure whether or not I'd commit to the halberd on this run, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's halberd it up. If it's not going to be this game, it's definitely going to be... Oh my god, 20 and 14 for a fucking halberd? Holy shit. I don't know what I expected, but clearly not that. 20 and 14? Whatever. We're gonna make it work one way or another. Honestly, the halberd is a damn good weapon. It would be a shame to spit at it just because they decided that it should have a fucking 20 strength requirement. Okay. Alright, whatever. Alright. Let's get this gate real quickly, and then we'll go ahead and deal with our boss. Probably a bit of a waste of a life gem here, and frankly going to be a bit of a waste of a couple life gems here, but I think it'll probably pan out. Probably. Would it be smarter to use a dagger here? Our hand axe is almost broken. I'm just going to use the the dagger here. I really don't know how that poked me anyways, but okay, fair enough. Alright, do that. Aromatic ooze. Do this. Hey, Ahmed, hope you're doing well tonight. And good morning to you. I gotta remember that every time, my friend. Oh my god, this dagger does ass damage. I forgot how bad the damage is on this dagger. You know what's funny is I did roll, and it just didn't work. Yump. Okay, there we go. Easy boss down for the count. Love to see it. Alright, let's go get ourselves back to Majula for half a minute here. We'll go do what we need to upgrade-wise. And... I mean, we don't technically... You know what? No. Never mind. Wait, we don't need to do that right now. Because we're going against Pursuer. Pursuer is next, and Pursuer... Frankly, if we need to actually fight Pursuer, we're doing Pursuer wrong, is the thing. So... Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just go for it. Fuck it. It's not that deep. Is Night Rain a crossplay? That is a good question, Ahmed. I'm guessing yes, just because that's... I mean, I would argue that it would make sense that they would make it crossplay, but admittedly, I'm not sure. Alright, stand right here. 3, 2, 1. And he's dead. Damn, I wish I could just drop down there and get the stuff that's right there right now. Oh well. I will... This motherfucker who put a message right on top of that. Hey, Radon. Hope you're doing well tonight. Look at that PNG water. Are we okay to get up to Leningrad right now? I want to say yes, but I'm going to hold off for right now. I'm going to just make sure that we're a little bit more set up for going to Leningrad. I think that's the plan for right now. Alright, quick level up. Strength. We need probably 15 strength, and then I think it was 14 dex, was it? We'll do 15 dex just to be sure of that. A little bit of vitality, some endurance, and then the rest I think we could start pumping into... shit, actually. A little bit back on our balance here. We do want to start getting some faith. Doing good. Had to catch up on your streams through the VODs. That is completely fair, honestly, Redon. That is completely fair. I completely respect it. A lot of shit's definitely been going on lately, so it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. We have the Sublime Bone Dust. Let's go ahead and burn that real quick. Beautiful. Alright, let's go free Leningrad. Awesome. Okay, cool. With that in mind, now we can actually do some leveling up. So, Night Rain would not be crossplay. Okay, alright, gotcha. Thank you for the knowledge on that one, Bredon. Alright, let's see here. I'm wondering if I go Falchion, actually. You know what, I guess we did just get the stats for the Halberd. We did just get the stats for the Halberd. And the Halberd damage is not bad. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go Halberd on this one. Let's try the Halberd out and see what happens with it. I wasn't disappointed with the last Halberd weapon we used, so worst case scenario, we're disappointed with this one, and we learn our lesson. You know, not too bad. Now, the Halberd is probably a bit heavier in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, definitely a bit heavier, but yeah, I think it's probably okay. We probably don't actually need the shield for the time being, because shields, I mean, it's useful, but it's not important. That is a meaty, chunky slice. That is our moveset. Well, can't say I'm like the biggest fan of that moveset right now, but we'll deal with it for the time being, and if we want to pivot, we're going to pivot. Let's do a little bit into health and a dash into faith. There we go. DS2 DLC, the Frost map is somehow hard. Yeah, the Frost map is somehow very hard, honestly, in DS2. Yes. Frankly, though, the DS2 DLC is probably the best part of DS2. That, yeah. It is really good, comparatively. We're gonna real quickly run back the same way that we came from before, and we're gonna go get the Drangleic set, because if we have something to pivot into, it should be that set. That is an insanely good set. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That moveset, not exactly a vibe. Something to keep in mind. Unfortunate, but... Huh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The halberd may not be the play. It's a little annoying, I think, the fact that it's a overarching swing and not, like, you don't have a poke with it. That, I think, is my main concern here with its moveset, but... Again, luckily this is early enough, and DS2, unironically, I think is probably one of the games where, like, you can choose and make mistakes on your build pretty quickly. Awesome, thank you, sir. Fucking bash my brain in real quick. Alright, well, I really wasn't planning on running around like this, but okay, whatever. There we go. Really don't know how that was a shield bonk there, but I'm sure there's a really valid reason for it in this game. Radiant Life Gem and a Life Gem. You know what? Okay, alright. I'll take it for the Life Gems. Was it worth it entirely? No, probably not. I think this leads us over to a regen ring, which probably isn't going to be worth our damn anything right now, but yeah, we'll take it. Stone Ring is probably not worth it by much. Let's increase our physical attack, and Chloranthy... let's leave it as is. I think that's probably fine. I'd rather have the stamina recovery anyways. If we're really needing to rely on a ring that barely does any health restoration, we're probably just not gonna have a good day. Like, that's probably the through line here. Does this have a parry on it? It does not have a parry on it. Okay. Okay, nothing may drop of him, but he does drop a giant pile of cash. Look, I'm not gonna lie, the giant pile of cash is quite arousing. It's not like an insanely large pile of cash, but like for how easy he is to murder, I'm just saying that does balance out pretty well. So, alright, let's go back to Majula real quickly, and I think... So I don't think the halberd's going to be the play of the day, but we'll figure out that balance. We'll figure out the balance, the weapon that we're probably going to go with. I probably should have just gone with tried and true strategies, but I was being creative today, and that was my mistake. All right, let's go free. Let's go free Leningrass. Why not? Okay, well, you know, admittedly, I didn't plan for that man to kill himself like that, but, okay, fair enough. Do that, and that. There we go. Bombs. Human effigy. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? I think we can deal with this fight pretty reasonably. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly not bad damage. Oh, right. I had no idea that that did that, but learning experiences. Easy, cake, not even a problem. Easy 10k on that spot. So, I don't know. The halberd is still kind of a little bit of a question to me right now because I'm not gonna lie, the damage is actually pretty damn good. The damage is actually, like, really significantly good. It's kind of like having a weird, slow strength weapon, but it's not quite a strength weapon. I don't know. Although, unironically, it takes 20 strength to wield it, so, you know what, maybe it is a fucking strength weapon. Maybe it is, in fact, a strength weapon. I do wish it had, other than its, like, heavy attack being that massive spin to win, I do wish it had, like, a proper move that I could use to attack multiple enemies at the same time. Like, I know I can hit multiple enemies with that, but, like, it's not very efficient. Ah, okay. Well, this could have ended poorly for me. In fact, it's pretty close to ending poorly for me. There we go, baby. Alright, wonderful. Item? No item. Okay. What do you think, chat? Should I just stick with the halberd on this one, or should I actually pivot into something that maybe might be a little bit quicker on its moveset? I'm not entirely sure on this one. Whiff. Please don't hit that barrel. Okay, alright. Well, you know, wrong barrel, but we'll take it. Please blow up. Thank you. There we go. You know what? It does have the range on it. As weird as the halberd is, I think I might actually go with it for this time. I might actually go with it for this time. I don't think it's terribly, terribly wrong of me to do so. Alright, loot all these chests. Beautiful. And if in the future, if we find a weapon that I feel like would probably be better for our run, then we'll do that at that point. Let's actually let's make Leningrad's life a little bit easier for the first time in a blue moon. I'm sorry, it's not Leningrad here, it's Macduff. My bad. There we go. There we go. Now he can work his blacksmith station. Very cool. Completely unnecessary for us for the most part. Okay, there we go. And I don't think we have any stones just yet, do we? No, we do not. Okay. Now, he does sell infinite large stones, which is really, really nice. I don't remember the exact values for this, but I believe it's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I believe it is, in fact, 1, 2, and 3. You know what? Fuck it. We have plenty of time on our hands. Let's go ahead and level this bad boy up what we can right now. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There we go. Cool. And then we have the Drangleic Sword, which eventually we might pivot into, because it's not a bad weapon, frankly. Yeah, no, honestly, it's really not a bad weapon. So we might pivot into that. We'll see. I could also, at some point or another, do the Uchi. I'm going to say probably not. There we go. Let's go back to Majula for a minute, use what we have, and then at that point we can go deal with another boss. Alright, one more point there, and one more point into faith. There we go. Cool. Alright, tower apart is our route. And then we can go deal with the, Why am I blanking on their name right now? Crazy. Yeah, we can go deal with the next boss, though. Right, this weapon does have sweet spot damage, doesn't it? I completely forgot about that fact in this game. It's not terrible, the sweet spot, but, like, you do have to keep it in mind. For sure. Okay. Well, yeah, sure. Kill everybody in the room altogether. Beautiful. I probably don't need the heal just yet, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It saves me, like, a little bit of effort. There we go. The second hit is really nice there, but, like, the problem is getting to the second hit, I guess. Alright, let's ignore that guy. We're just gonna go for the boss. I don't want to waste my time here. Not by a lot. There we go. Don't need the item, but I'm gonna get it anyways, because I can. Ah, they spotted me. Fair enough. Okay, Radiant Life Gem. Not really worried about using the big life gems just yet. Alright, let's go for it. This isn't really that terribly hard of a fight. It can just be difficult if you're not used to it, and you're not used to spacing. Okay, thank you, game, for giving me an accidental move. Yeah, that's exactly what I was really hoping for. I keep accidentally getting the wrong fucking move, I've noticed here recently. Like, I keep accidentally doing, like, a kick animation when I just don't really mean to. Don't really need to heal just yet, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay. Yeah, sure, you can tell me that was a bad roll. Really? Is that so good? Alright, chug. Alright, that's one. Oh, I just realized Riche has gotten, like, nothing done to them so far. There we go. Beautiful. Ah, fuck me. That's somehow completely understandable. Thing is if I just didn't play poorly, that would not have been necessary. I believe Sneak is up here. I might be forgetting. Hush, my bad. Same difference, but, like, point is, that might not be the worst thing ever for us. Because, as I've come to recently realize, stealth is honestly really kind of insanely good in this game. Or at least in the Soulsbornes. Like, unironically, I'm pretty confident in another life, Miyazaki was actually just waiting to be Hideo Kojima. Because my boy just tossed in, like, insane level stealth moves in each of his games. And whether or not you use them was completely up to the player. But they were there, and they're really good. Like, if you've ever played Elden Ring with stealth in mind, jeez, oh, pizza pea. Like, stealth is insanely good in Elden Ring, actually. Like, to the point to where, like, you could be, maybe not exactly in an enemy's face, but, like, just about a couple inches from them, and it's, yeah, it just works. It just works. Alright, we have 61k on our cheeks right now, which is very good. Okay. Alright, let's go down here real quickly. I believe there's also a purse user spawn down here. Yes, there is. Go. Beautiful. Not a hard fight. Frankly, once you know the purse fight, it is really easy. And frankly, one of my favorite features of DS2 again, the fucking misinput. Adorable. It's such a dumb misinput, too. It's not like I meant to do that misinput. It just kind of happens. But no, I mean, once you know the purse fight, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. It really is. I would be lying to myself if I said anything other than. Alright, let's go take what we got. Back to Majula for a hot minute here. And with a little bit more feeling to it now, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the halberd. I mean, we're literally already up to a +6 with the halberd. Rings are pretty good for the most part. Armor set doesn't really have much going on with it, but I don't really care. It's not that deep. Yeah, no, frankly, it's not that bad. We're almost at the faith requirement that we need for Homeward, which is cool. You know, we do need to get 10 in attunement in order to actually do Homeward. I think that's exactly what we need for that. Alright, there we go. I believe that's fine. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we can officially attune... I mean, we can attune it, but we can't fucking use it. My bad. Whoops. 18 for Homeward. That's more expensive than I thought it was, actually. We're closer to replenishment, ironically enough. So I guess in this case I'll equip that for the time being. I know eventually we can go and get what we need to lower the stat requirements on those things, but it's not really something we're focused on right now, so... Not really. Rip. Yeah, kind of rip. It's not a desperate need to have that. It's just nice to have it, honestly. That's it. We might be able to squeeze one more level out of that.
Less.
Maybe. Possibly. Great. One more level. I guess the good news in this game is that leveling another stat actually levels your other stats ever so slightly. Like, leveling Faith for some reason also increases your health and your defenses. So, you know what? Take what you can get, I guess, right? It's not a lot, but fuck it. We'll take it. We'll take it right now. Servant's quarters. Alright. Now comes the long run to our next major boss, which in this case is our first major boss, really. So, yeah. I mean, hey, good news, we can use the chime. It doesn't really fucking matter that we can use the chime, but we can use it. Completely unnecessary breaking of boxes there, but... Sweet spot is such a weird thing to have to figure out. Well, it's not a weird thing to figure out. It's more like it's just obnoxious, I would say. I don't particularly like figuring out the sweet spot. If I forget to ping the Discord, that is a my bad moment there, Kingdom. It's probably because we are once again streaming from console in this case. But I appreciate it if you just ping the Discord. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. How you doing tonight, Kingdom? It's good seeing you, bud. Ah, you see? Yeah, it's dumb, but the bot is kind of what's the word for it? Inept. And it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that it's really hard for me to ping from console. It's harder for me to ping from console. You know what, honestly, having the range is actually, like, kind of really proving its value right now. Like, way more than I thought it would. How many bosses in are we? So at this point... What are we, like, three bosses in, pretty much? Yeah, I think we're, like, 3 bosses in right now. You know what, we don't really need, we don't need what's-his-face here, do we? It's kind of unnecessary. Like, he's not bad to have, he's just not really a requirement, is he? Yeah, I think we're 3 bosses in right now, and we're about to go against our first Lord Soul. Or at least we're on Route 2. So. I have no idea how he hit me there. Well, no, that's a lie. I know how he hit me there. But I don't agree with it, I would say. Yeah, I don't agree with it. Item. Life gem. Very nice. Oh, is there only one dude up here now? What the hell? I don't know why, but I think from the OG, there's supposed to be like 2 dudes up here. Odd. I don't know why they made that change. It's such a weird... I don't know why. That's just such a weird change. No, 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 no. We're not getting DS2 that easy. Oh my god, they're trying to fucking DS2 my ass in real time. Which, I mean, I would say I respect it, but I don't fucking respect it because it's DS2. Awesome. Thank you again. I do love this game, but like the fact of the matter is this game I think goes harder than any other game in fucking punishing you with stupid shit like platforming. Like, weirdly enough, the one game where platforming should not be an issue, it's this game where they made platforming a massive issue, honestly. Yeah, like, I'm not even gonna hold it. Like, this is definitely the game where they said, let's just make it so there's way too many chances for you to fall off ledges. And at the same time, it's going to be brutal and painful every single time. Also, weirdly enough, this was the one game where they just, you know what? I guess to be fair, they were like, you know what? No, we should probably reward players for actually getting through all this bullshit without dying. So this was the one game where they said, no, let's give people something that they can actually like feel accomplished for this for. All right. Yes, we are going to gimmick the lad. Bleed. 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 Thank you, sir. Thank you for the bleed proc. Alright, he's gonna get pissed. Beautiful. We love to see him pissed. Look at all that damage. Luckily, we're not getting bonked on the ceiling here. I really expected the ceiling bonk. That wasn't a sweet spot hit? What? Get your ass back here. Right, stabs. I don't really know how that whiffed, but sure, whatever, game. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. He's dead. It doesn't matter. He's gone. He's out of our life. We're feeling better. And we got ourselves the Blossom Kite Shield, which is a stamina recovery item, which is something. Arguably, do we need it right now? I'm going to say yes. Just because, why not? I know behind that wall there's a secret ring, but we're not going to worry about that right now because I don't want to risk stupid shit just for the sake of stupid shit, I guess. It is my through line here. Yeah. If we can avoid dumb-dumb mistakes, I'm going to avoid all the dumb-dumb mistakes. I don't think this area has anything terribly useful for us. I don't think it does. Like, nothing worth genuinely risking our life over. I see that item, and that is giving me mild ooh shiny syndrome, so yeah, mild ooh shiny syndrome. Here's the thing, as long as that guy does not get pissed at us for entering his cell, we're okay, we're chilling it. Was it worth it? Not exactly, but maybe we pivot into pyromancy at some point or another. Who knows? I don't see that happening. Not with a reasonable amount of reason to it. But still, it's done. Our weapon's looking good. We're about to go against our first major boss, pretty much. And honestly, it's not a bad boss. It's really not. Can it be hard for a new player? Absolutely. But at the same time, they also give you this shit right here, which, you know what, honestly, I wish more of the Soulsbornes had done shit like that right here. The little things that make it so your arena travel is a little bit more like, hey, you can make it so the boss is easier. It's a possibility. I like that a lot. I like that this game tried to be more like Legend of Zelda-esque in that essence. I do like that, actually. All right, let's apply our grease. Magic cummies. Very nice. And away we go. Time for an easy boss. Wish it wasn't right next to the boss. Yeah, I do too. I would agree with you on that one. It is a little unfortunate that it ended up just being right next to the boss, but at the same time, I like the idea. I like the idea that they tried. Even if it wasn't really done with, like, a whole lot of execution in mind. Anyways, Lost Sinner. Unfortunately, stamina management is still a bitch in this game. It's really funny, actually. I think of all the Soulsbornes, stamina management in DS2 is probably, like, the hardest it gets. If you're not ready for it, it really is a pain in the ass. But anyways, Lost Sinner done. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of vibing with the halberd more and more now. It's definitely not the weapon I would normally choose, but, like, it's kind of vibing. I'm kind of liking it. There we go, and away we go. Alright. Before we go spending all of our money, real quickly here, we're going to go over here, and we are going to get the cat ring. Because I have a very sneaking suspicion that I'm going to end up spending too much money. And we will probably need the cat ring. There we go. Are Long Skulls worth purchasing? Humorously enough, I'm going to get 2 of them, just in case. Because I have a feeling I might need that.
Set.
So I have a question, actually. Wait, does Champion of Covenants make it so DS2 multiplayer does not take place actively? In Hollow Knight, you have a boss where you have to kill 6 big enemies in a row, but there is a chandelier you can cut down behind a hidden wall that kills all but one. Kills one. Okay, kills one. But it's hidden behind a secret wall. I like that, though. I really do like that, though. Like, that's thinking with your noodle kind of energy. And I wish I would see more of that in Soulsborne. I don't think I see nearly enough of that. Demon Souls had more of that going on, humorously enough. But, like, it wasn't a lot. It really was not a lot. 2 points here. Alright, let's do 1 point here, and let's do the rest into bigger. There we go. Alright, I think that's probably a decent spread. Alright, that allows us to actually use not only replenishment, but it also allows us to use whatchamacallit too. Actually, replenishment does excite me at least a little bit. But for the time being, we're going to keep on homeward. I am going to get the extra attunement spot for replenishment, but that at least allows us to use one of our major spells, which is pretty cool. At this point, we have our Fragrant Branch, which the Fragrant Branch allows us to pretty much go right towards Najka. Which maybe we do just do that instead. Instead of going for Rotten first, maybe we do that instead. We could go after Old Iron King, too, but I'd really kind of rather not. You know what? Let's do Rotten now. Let's go for Rotten now, I think. We're gonna take a small chunk of our cash real quickly, and we're gonna go change the pathing with Licia real quickly. I'm not gonna lie, I've never fully liked... I forgot to remind Licia to go back here. I've never really liked Licia, I guess is my through line. She's a weird NPC, in my opinion. She does not feel like she should be so ready and willing to cause us grievances. Because, like, as a con artist, why is she attacking us at any point in the game? But then they decide to make her attack us in the Great Grave. And it doesn't personally make sense to me, I guess. Like, it almost makes, like, zero fucking sense to me that she does that. So, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hey, Anthony, hope you're doing well tonight, buddy. It's good seeing you. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good, too. Do we make the mad dash through the Grave of Saints? You know what? Why not? It doesn't really cost us a lot of effort to come through here. We still have Cat Ring on. Do I play Magic? I do not play Magic, Anthony. No. Oh, we should probably get rid of that other ring. I don't want to hold on to that for too long. The second Silver Serpent ring makes no sense to have in our inventory. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Time to deal with this crappy-ass boss. Which honestly is not terrible, but it's... it could be a better boss. It really could. It's a fun early game boss, I would say. And it gets you familiar with the petrification status effect, I guess. So, there's that. Actually, wait. Comically enough, I know I literally just bought these, but these are actually exactly what this boss fight more or less uses. Because you can do this. Yeah. Yeah, you can use Alluring Skulls on this boss fight, which is nice. Of course it's not quite working this one time, because naturally the rats just decided, nah, we don't fucking care. Alright. Again, not a hard fight, it's just obnoxious. More than anything. Where'd he go? Wait, where did he go? What the fuck? Oh, there he is. Off in the back corner, asshole. Wait, can I actually spin to win on this one? Would that be useful here? I don't know why I tried. That did not work very well. There we go. There's that sweet spot damage. The sweet spot damage definitely makes a difference. There we go. Very nice. It took more effort than it frankly ever should have, but like, you know, you take what you can get kind of energy, I guess. You take what you can get. So, did I get the FF7? Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was meant for Anthony. My bad. Oh, right. Yeah, I should probably leave this place. He doesn't want me here. Understandable. I also don't really care enough to join Rat Cov. Alright, there's a bleed stone. Very nice. Not that we really need it, but we have it. There we go. I believe this is just a ring, which is not really that useful to us. Yeah, no, it's not even really that useful to us. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Here come the gremlins. Should be... There it is. One more gremlin. So the gem, I believe, that drops from that Tight Knight that we just killed should be a Dark Knight. Okay, cool. Which we might pivot into making our weapon dark. Because frankly, of all the damage types in the game, that is usually one of the best. Yoink. God, it actually feels kind of nice, actually being able to like get the Ashen Bone Dust and actually have it mean something. Yeah, it feels kind of nice actually having a run in this game where that fucking means something. Oh my god, too many runs where that did not have any value to me whatsoever. Ugh. Alright, very cool. Well, we're on our way down to the rot, which is cool. Ooh, that was close to risky. I'm glad it wasn't, because my dumbass almost threw in broad daylight. Is this just a drop? Yeah, it is just a drop. So that falls out. Now we could technically jump over there real quickly. Do I think it matters, actually? Yeah, fuck it. We're adventurous. It was a single life gem. Very cool. Awesome. Like, I know there's more pathing here, but I'm just kind of worried I'm just gonna gun down out of nowhere. And I would not be surprised. Okay, no, it was entirely not worth it to even go that way whatsoever. Very cool. Understandable game. Do we have that on? No, we do not. Let's put that on real quickly. Alright, how are we doing on rolls? Okay, yeah, we're fine. So, funny enough, little known fact, somewhere in one of these junk piles, or like a reused asset in one of these junk piles, I believe it's not Cerveza Cristal that's chilling in them, but they have Heineken chilling in the piles. Which, yeah, if you didn't know that one, there's just Heinekens straight up chilling in the piles. Alright, throw them poison dart. Nice. Is that our jump? It is our jump. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, no baby jumps. Thank you. I believe this leads us right over to our next major area. It might not, actually. No, that leads over to the armor. That leads over to, I believe it's Havelset. Weirdly enough, does that change it up, actually? Huh. Dark Hand right here, very cool. Who? Havel. Havel the Rock? Not that that necessarily clarifies it very, very well if you've never encountered Havel before, but, yeah, Havel. Plenty of smooth and silky stones. Beautiful. And a fragrant branch of yore, which is cool. That saves us a little bit of purchase. Nameless soldier soul. Okay, cool. Yeah. Prisoner's gloves. Is Heineken his real... Oh, wait. Heineken? No. I'm so sorry. No, we got the conversation points confused. So Heineken is a beer. Heineken is a beer. Like, you can find a Heineken beer stuck in one of the piles, is what I was getting at. Like, I kid you not, that is an actual thing that's in this game. And one of these days, I will verify that fully just for the sake of sanity. Why did I say Havel? Because we were right next to, like, the Havel area, pretty much. Like, there's the spot that we were just at, like, just a second ago, has Havel's armor. But the pillar I was talking about before, like those pillars with trash embedded in them, those can have a Heineken beer in them. Yeah. God damn it. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, a little unfortunate that we fell down here. I'm halfway tempted to warp back real quickly because of this little jump right here. Because frankly, if we get baby jumped on this one, this is gonna kill us. Like, this is a guaranteed we're gonna die moment. Can we... hang on here. We have fire bombs. Bombs. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. We got past the check. No baby jumps. Very cool. These little statues are just enough every single time to ruin your day, and it's not even close. I'm not gonna lie, I do like getting this area knocked out as quickly as possible, because the sooner we get done with this area, the better off we are. This area just generally sucks. Because of all the areas I think we have to go through, it's not necessarily like all the pitfalls are here, but there's a lot of them. Alright, let's do some passive healing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, one more dude. Right, that's what I meant to do. Thank you, game. Alright, there we go. Cool. Didn't really need it, but we got it anyways. So very cool. And don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because, well, it saves me like a couple of seconds of taking off all my armor. Alright, another fragrant branch of yore, very cool. And nice. We're ever closer to the rod. ever closer to our next major boss. I don't think we have a lot to get done right now in terms of resource management. I think we could probably just send it for the most part. I don't normally care enough to take this area this slowly and seriously, but I'll do it this one time for this, I don't know, like for some sake of sanity, I guess. But one little thing, if you don't know about this, you can equip a bow. These little piles over here normally have a creature chilling in them, but if you hit them with an arrow, they are oil piles. And for some weird reason, the oil piles don't trigger them when they're set on fire, so you can burn them to death and you don't have to deal with them at all. Which is pretty damn cool. Trying to think about this. We might actually just run right for the boss at this point. It might be safest for us to do so. Do I have any resin? I do have resin, yes. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it. There we go. Alright, bait out an attack. Beautiful. There we go. There's one arm. Beautiful. And there we go. That is the rotten down. Already have on our ring. Cool. Awesome. I believe that is a fire seed over there. So I'm not going to concern myself with it. Like, yeah, it helps us upgrade a pyromancy flame, but it's, like, kind of secondary to anything we're doing right now. Yes, I in fact know it was a primal bonfire. Thank you, game. Not bad, though. Not bad. We got 2 major bosses down so far. Already have a +6 weapon that's honestly pretty damn good for the most part. Frankly, I'm trying to think of what we could do right now to further improve our build, but I think at this point, really, it's just level up health, get tankier. That's probably like the through line for the most part. So we could, in theory, boost our health up immediately and get up to 1600 health, which is pretty damn good. I'm going to go ahead and take the 36, I think, for right now. Is this the part where the blood gets born? Did I accidentally forget to change the title on this one? I don't think I did, but I would not be surprised for some reason. Hey, Kyan, hope you're doing well tonight, buddy. Nah, I didn't fuck up on the title link. That's good news. Okay. Alright, let's do a little bit more ADP, and I guess in this case we could also do a little bit more in terms of attunement. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this for right now, because we do want a little bit more attunement at the end of the day. Okay, cool. Bloodborne is already finished. Indeed, Bloodborne is already finished, yeah. It just says beating every Soulsborne. Indeed, every Soulsborne. Yes. We might be able to get a couple more level ups. Oh, right, we have the whatchamacallit? The ash. The dust. Darn, you've been busy. You'll have to check out the VOD. Good news is that I am making a playlist for this one, so good news, folks. If you've been missing the episodes on this one, you will have more than enough content to put your ass to bed with. So, which, by the way, on a side note, folks, if you haven't having a good time tonight, do be sure to leave a like on the stream. It does genuinely help out, like, a lot. So, here's the thing. I'm going to say at this point, I think tonight, we're going to try and aim for one more Lord Soul, and after that, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. It is starting to get late. I don't want to get burnt out, and at this point, based on the pace we're going at, it's going well, but also at the same time, I have to acknowledge the fact that, like, I don't want to get burnt out. So, just keeping these things in mind. We do have a little bit more money we could spend right now, yeah. You know what? Yeah, we have a lot more money, actually. Do I want to keep the Lost Sinner Soul? The Sword for the Lost Sinner is not terrible, but I think we're just going to keep it to the weapons that are, like, capable and absolutely capable. Yeah. Has the soul gotten dark yet? Like a little bit, yes. How many mandatory bosses are left in this game? So, technically speaking, 4 Lord Souls, I'm trying to think about this real quickly, because in this game, they force you to go through, like, technically not optional bosses. Freya has Nazca and also the Covenant. So 3 bosses there. Then you also have, when it comes to the Old Iron King, you have to go through, I think, 2 bosses for Old Iron King, so 3 there, so 6 total there. Then at that point, I'm trying to think about this one actually a little bit. There's a lot. We're definitely, like, of the games that we're working with right now, this is definitely the longest experience. Overall, this is a long Soulsborne, for sure. So I think in this case, we're at least looking at maybe, like, an extra 12, 15 bosses, maybe? That might be a little overestimate, but, like, there's a lot in this game. Let's see here. Let's get that extra attunement slot, so that way we can use replenishment. It's not the most useful spell in the world, but you know what? Honestly, I'll take it. Let's take a little bit of endurance. Little bit of ADP. That looks good. Cool. There. Now I can actually use replenishment as just a standard, like, keep me healing through everything spell, which is pretty cool. Let's start heading towards Freya. And with any luck, we will get either through Freya tonight. Actually, you know what? I think if we really, really, really wanted to, we could probably get through Freya tonight without much trouble. Probably. I guess the good thing about this game is that they give you the access to a +6 weapon before terribly long. So you can get pretty well leveled up before you have to deal with a large bulk of shit. But you still have to deal with a large bulk of shit, honestly. So, there's that. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to worry about her. Yep, that seems about appropriate for this game. There we go. Alright, the fucking goofy goober basilisk runs his ass in. Ignore him. I'm not going to get that bonfire right there. It's just not worth it. It's really not a worthy stop. We're just going to move along. Alright, they're not guarding anything important. It will be nice to get some more vitality going, just so that way we can start having a more moderate roll again. Along with endurance. More endurance and more vitality would be nice. Especially as we move along here. Technically, we don't even need this one right here, do we? Not exactly. Alright, so going that direction, I think that leads us towards the castle. Actually, wait, is it that one? No, my bad, it's that one. Actually, no, I think I got that wrong. No, I didn't. I did not get that wrong, actually. It has not been that long since I played this game. Alright. I know for a fact, I think a phantom dude did see us. I thought he had seen us. Alright. Vengarl's kind of weird. But I also kind of like him a lot. Buy one of those. He does sell us magic barrier. Do we want magic barrier? We can use magic barrier. That does give us magic, fire, lightning, and dark. You know what? Actually, hang on.
Farewell.
That might actually be really useful. Like, I don't know many circumstances that'd be useful, but, like, that might be really useful. Unfortunately, I'm poor. Which seems about appropriate. So we might be back to Vengarl. We might come back to Vengarl in order to buy that from him. Oh, Soul of a Proud Knight. Could this possibly cover the cost? Maybe? That might actually cover the cost. Okay, never mind. We may not have to actually revisit Vengarl indeed. I would prefer that. Because I don't want to I don't want to come back. Cool. There we go. Nice. Okay, you know, actually, yeah, Magic Barrier might be well enough worth our time. So, I'm excited about that. Alright. Should be a boosted version of Chloranthy over this way. I mean, when I say boosted version of Chloranthy, I really... It's not that good in this game, but... That, I think, is one of the biggest drawbacks of DS2, is DS2, a lot of the rings, their upgrades, yet it's just not nearly as good as it should be, frankly. Which is kind of disappointing. Though I will say, a couple rings that do exist in this game, I really, really, really like the Ring of Blades a lot. And I also really like the upgrades for Ring of Blades. I think that's a really just generally awesome ring to have in this game. Because, like, I mean, it doesn't do a shit ton and a half, but, like, it does enough. And it counts for something. So I don't believe we're in the realm of finding chunks yet, but I might want to check for chunks. So, one thing I didn't really touch on terribly much earlier was if we get cursed. Cursing in this game is not the same as it is in other games. Okay, no, we are in the realm of chunks. Okay, cool. So cursing in this game just means that you go hollow, but you don't actually die. If we do happen to get cursed, I'm going to say that doesn't count as an outright death in the same vein, because it's not death. The you die screen does not take place. That being said, if we run into a situation where that happens and... Petrification does still kill you fully. Alright, there we go. It's funny, I'm looking at my health bar right now and I don't really see that replenishment action, so... I'm wondering if we can only have one of those buffs. It's possible. Anyways, Nazca time. So Nazca, we can goof, like, a lot. Now granted, I'm doing a terrible job of showing that fact. And Nazca, if you wanted to, you could slam a jam those tails for me real quickly, and that would make me a very happy camper. Slam, jam, slam a jam. Slam. Fuck. Ah, I fucked up. Fair enough. We're gonna do it, just because, honestly, I like the entertainment of it. I do enjoy the fucking... I do enjoy the goof of this. It makes me smile quite a lot. Okay, so in this case, yeah, we can only have Magic Barrier or Replenishment active at the same time. Or one or the other. She's kind of thick. She is, in fact, kind of thick. Yes, you would be right about that. Alright, Nazca! Slam-a-jam those tails, sweetie! That's the wrong kind of slam-a-jam. Just gonna say. Nazca, slam. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Come on and slam. And fuck. God damn it. Nazca. She's giving me shit IRNG. Understandable. Thank you. Nazca! Alright, look, I'm about to just say fuck it and just murder her ass. She's gone one too many times with pissing me off. I'm gonna try it one more time. Come on, Nazca. Time to slam. Oh, Nazca, it's 5 p.m. It's time for slamming. Nazca. Rude. Rude. Slam-a-jam them tails, Nazca. Yeah, baby. Slam them tails. Fuck's sake. Ah! No, god damn it, Nazca. Why do you do me dirty like this? Why must you ruin my day? Why must you ruin my fun, Nazca? You ever think about that? You ever think about why you have to ruin my fun? Chat, she does not look like the kind of person to think, frankly. Not gonna lie. I'm thinking about her right now. Head empty Nazca, frankly. Nazca. Oh. Slam-a-jam them tails. Girl. Slam them tails. Slam that keister down. God damn it. Najka, you're being rude. Najka, come on, come on, come on. Sweetie, please, slam the cheeks. Slam the cheeks.
Oh my god.
The funny part is she could have been dead like probably 5 times over by this point. I'm not gonna lie. Is it worth it to try and get this? Kind of. Do I need to do this? No. Do I want to do this? Yes. Here she comes out of the dirt, as a Najka do. Najka, please. Oh my god, fucking sweetie. Sweetie, slam your cheeks down. Please, sit on my face, Najka. Najka, sit on my face. Oh, stop casting your magic and sit on my face. Oh my god, she loves casting magic. Chat, she loves casting magic. This wench, she just won't sit on my face. Najka, I'm literally right... Please. This is such a waste of time. Aww. Chat, I know I can't show you right now, but like, my baby boy, my pupper, is currently probably having like a wonderful dream at the moment. Oh shit, I really don't know how I cut one of her tails. You know what, fuck it. Najka, go to bed. Anyways, my pupper's definitely having a dream right now, because I can just see his paw just wiggling and waggling. He's probably dreaming about running all around. He likes to do zoomies. Aww. Anyways, Najka's dead as fuck. No sitting on her face today. Unfortunate, but... You know, them's the breaks. Sometimes she just doesn't want to sit on your face, chat, and you just have to deal with it. And you fumble the bag sometimes, too. Does it suck? Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does suck. But, well, you know, SOL. You know what? We don't need to use that just yet. We're not really going to be spending a lot of time here anyways. It's not a terribly important place to be in. Yoink. So, speaking of dwarves, actually, I've been recently catching myself back up on Aragon. Because I was like, you know what, it's been a little bit since I've last done, like, my last audiobook, which I don't know how you all feel about it, but I really, actually, like, enjoy doing audiobooks, like, a fair amount. Just because of the time that I have and everything. I don't really have a lot of time on my hands in most cases, which is kind of annoying, but I make do with what I have. But one of the things I've recently loved to do is do audiobooks on my way into like work or whenever I'm driving around and whatnot. Typically, yeah, I gotta say, it's definitely one of my best ways of catching up on things that I have not either read or enjoyed. So, but yeah, I guess in this case I've recently been doing Aragon, and I just got through the entirety of the first book, which definitely excites me like a lot. Because, like, it was a really, frankly, just a really, really good time. I was really, really happy doing it. And I think I'm looking forward to book 2 already. So. It's funny, too, because I think the writing style in it is very interesting. It's kind of interesting seeing what people take into account versus what they leave out. One of the things I think that I found the most interesting with doing Aragon was I was noticing that they were detailing a lot of, like, there was scrupulous battles and whatnot. Was the movie a good adaptation? No, it was ass. It was actual dog water shit. Like, if you ask anybody and everybody who's a fan of Aragon, it is hands down one of the worst things they've ever seen. Which is unfortunate, but also true. Yeah. Yeah, like, I think if there was ever, like, a worse adaptation, it's infamously bad. Is the book series finished? That's a good question. I actually don't know. So you could just say the movie's just an Aragon? Oh, Kyan, you're funny. You're a funny man. You're a funny lad. No, but it is legit, like, the worst thing ever. Like, everything they could have possibly done wrong, they did in fact do wrong, and it's not even close. Ha! Fucking boulder. Get molded, nerd. You remember liking the movie, you think? That's fair, Kingdom. I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you have no knowledge of the source material, it does not hit in the same vein, I would say. But what I can tell you is, like, in terms of adaptation, how familiar are you with Halo? Is my first question, because this is my example I would use. If you're very familiar with Halo and you know how the Halo show went, imagine that, pretty much. Like, imagine how the Halo show went, and that's what happened with Aragon, pretty much. Well, the long short of it, I can say, is that they really did not respect the source material at all. Yeah. They stunk at respecting the source material, like nobody's business, and it was horrid in comparison. A large Titanite shard, didn't really need it, but cool. Do these gremlins just want to fucking... That was not worth the effort of it. Cool. But I will say, this is consistently keeping up. Still releasing spin-off books, but the main 4-book series is done. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I did see that Murtagh got his own story, which is, well, you know what, to be fair, I don't think anybody understands what I just said, but point is Murtagh is like, if there were a more interesting side character, it would probably be Murtagh, honestly. Like, I really like Murtagh a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I really fucking like that guy. He is a very, very, very fun side character. Can I hit him? I can hit him. Dumbass. Dumb spider. It's only $4. You might pick them up at some point. I would say it's worth it. I would definitely say it's worth it. It's so far, what I can tell you is book 1, very good. As for the rest of the books, don't know yet. Have not actually gotten through them. But from all I've heard, it is a very good series, and I'm looking forward to getting through all of them. I am actually looking forward to getting through all of them, like, a lot. Oh, whoops, we could have been using Chloranthy +2. know, actually, we probably don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways, because why not? There we go. Humorously enough, I think it actually might have been worth it to have the other spell at this point. Like, I mean, we're doing good damage for the most part, so it's not that deep, obviously, but... There we go. Backstab. Beautiful. The one thing I guess I do like about the Congregation is you can do backstabbing. Also, you can do shit like that. Yeah, you know what, honestly, like, for a multi-enemy boss fight, it's not very good, but at the same time, I do like that you can do backstabbing like that. Anytime you're dealing with a multi-fight like that, like, making it as interesting as possible is kind of hard. But, like, Congregation... Well, you know what, honestly, Congregation's not that interesting. But... Yeah, no, honestly, it's not that interesting. But there are ways to make it more fun, probably. Does he sell us anything useful, actually? Not exactly. I mean, Scraps of Life is kind of useful, but I also don't really want to invest in intelligence by a lot. What does this do for us? Temporary resistance to status effects. Nah, it's not really worth our time. That's another thing of replenishment, which is not really worth our time either. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's go level up real quickly, and then we can come back here and wrap up for the night. We don't have enough stones yet to level up our halberd, do we? Oh! Oh, no, we do. Right, because it's 1, 2, 3 in this game. Right. Yes. Well, damn. Yeah, no, we'll definitely take that, actually. That's really good. We could also level up our armor, I guess, too. Couldn't we? Like, it's not gonna definitely give us a lot, but, like... I mean, it's essentially cost difference for just Titanite shards. Which, frankly, like, our Titanite shards aren't really doing us any favors at this point, so... why not? Why not make them do something useful? So... There we go. There we go. Yeah, you know what, honestly, I know that that's not probably, like, a lot in terms of, like, armor difference for us. But I'm not really in the mood right now of removing this armor set, and I don't really care. I don't really think we'll have to remove the armor set for the rest of the run, in all seriousness, either. Because, frankly, as long as we're leveling Vitality, it does not really matter in this game by a terribly large margin. Alright, plenty of cash. I'm going to leave the remainders here for other reasons. Very cool. Okay, so we got 4 whole levels to our name right now. Let's do 1 more in Vigor for the time being. And I think on that note... Our Faith is probably fine for the time being. Let's do... We could do more Strength. Does our current weapon rely more so on... It does rely more on Strength. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so let's do 2 point Strength, and then let's do 1 point Vitality, I think. That sounds good. Alright, and did we actually get any new shards, by the way? I don't think we did we? Where is our shard menu? We did not. Not that it really matters, because DS2, it's all about the life gems, anyways. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, let's go deal with Najka. And we're probably not going to invest a lot of time with Najka. We're just going to probably choose to run through the area. I think that's probably safer. Probably safer. Kill that. That was not what we needed, but, well, fuck it anyways. I do want to probably kill some things in the area, because if I get too far in here, it's going to probably get dangerous pretty fast. And you know what, actually, this area does have some stones for us. So, you know what, that probably pays off to do, like, a little bit of looting here. Poison stone, not that we need it. Yeah, and then there's this fucking area. Which, like, unironically is kind of useful to be here. Yeah, because I think right here... Yeah, exactly. More chunks. Actually, it wasn't a lot of chunks, but still, more chunks. And I believe once we open this door, it's going to cause a phantom spawn. If I remember right. Yep. Alright. Forlorn spawns in. Do we have poison? We do have poison. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try poisoning. That seems about appropriate for the Forlorn. Now, luckily, because AI is absolutely stupid in this game, he's a dum-dum, and he's going to keep taking damage for us, like a sweet, sweet lad that he is. I really don't know how that translated to almost a backstab for him, but cool. Good for him. No poison proc yet. There we go. Not dead yet. Okay, that seems about appropriate for the Forlorn. Okay. Alright, didn't poison proc him properly, but whatever, he's dead. That's honestly the through line. That's all that matters here. I just realized we don't have enough strength to wield our weapon properly with two hands. Or with one hand, rather. Huh. Alright, well, it's gonna suck a little bit, but we have to deal with this room more than I wanted to. Way more than I wanted to. I have no idea how that whiffed, but I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason for it. Actually, you know what? I think we got some whatchamacallit, some repair powder, didn't we? I think we did. I want to say we did. There we go. Beautiful. And even then, I think we're pretty damn fine. Like, our weapon durability is an ass right now. Unlike some of the weapons in this fucking game. Actual fucking terrible weapons in this game that have, like, zero durability. Durability will always, generally speaking, piss me off in this game. Yeah, like, honestly, yeah. I don't remember what this room had in it. Fuck it, let's find out. It had a red phantom in it. Oh, joy. Really cool, thank you, game. And he's tanky, too. Of course he would be. Okay, well, he's dead now. Okay, cool. Awesome. I got the dumbest set of items in the game. My favorite. Wahoo. I don't care. I'm going to kill him anyways, because he scares me ever so slightly. We do have repair powder. You know what? I'm just gonna use it. Fuck it. I would rather use the repair powder right now than risk a dum-dum. And actually, while we're running through this area, cat ring. I think that's fine. Yeah. Shit. There is one thing that I didn't account for still. We don't have enough strength for our weapon right now to one-hand it. Which means we can't use Flame Butterfly properly. Do I have a secondary weapon that I could use that wouldn't be absolutely stupid? No. No, I do not. Alright. Well, might suck a little bit, but we're gonna make it work. It's one of the few benefits of using a weapon that doesn't have a fucking whatchamacallit with it. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Alright. Time to make it work. They tried to fucking get my ass. It's probably gonna be me relying on replenishment at least a little bit. I imagine. Alright, he's spitting. He's spitting. There we go. You know what, honestly, our damage is pretty damn good, so I can't really complain all that much. That was kind of really bad on the angle there, but I'll take it. Yeah, that was fucking trash. That could have been better. Duke's Deer Freya is, in fact, a pet, yes. Somebody was quite happy with their spider. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the spiders just keep spawning in for this boss. Ah, whoops. Shouldn't have fucking eaten that one right to the face. To be fair, I am normally smarter than that. Spiders are being a little bit gremlin-y right now, which is about appropriate. Oh, that was a weird blast. Sure, whatever. Oh, you know what? I just realized I still have on the cat ring right now. Not that I really need to worry about it, but just change that out before I get too far out of myself. You know what? Honestly, if this is what it takes, I will take my 2-hit combo, and I'm gonna make it work just fine. Ah, that seems somehow fitting for this game. There's like a weirdly cummy area right over there where you get your feet stuck. And like, I wasn't really expecting that to be the case, but like, okay. One hit? Yeah, one hit. I'll take it. Sure, fuck it. Actually, like, there's a lot of... Yeah, that's a dangerous angle. I'm gonna slow that roll, because I don't want to fucking get knocked off the ledge. And there we go. Duke's Dear Freya is down for the count. There we go. Beautiful. And before I completely forget about it, you have to do this. Otherwise, you have to come back here all on your own. You have to embrace that Great Soul right there. Otherwise, you fuck up. Alright, sir. Yo, nice duds. Unfortunately for you, I just look better in them. I believe... What's-his-face still spawns in here, doesn't he? Oh! Huh. Weirdly enough, I thought Bengarl spawns in there regardless. I mean, okay, we'll take it. Yeah, if it's that free, then sure, fuck it. I don't care. Level up strength for the weapons thingy you wanted. Admittedly, the thing is, Cayenne, the one boss fight where it would have mattered, I would argue, was the one we were just in. No other boss really has that mechanic where you want to be... the reason it mattered on that boss was specifically so we could have a torch in our offhand. Because the spiders are scared of the torch. They're scared of fire. But it no longer matters. So we could just frankly completely ignore that and just do what we're going to do. Now, we'll probably still level up strength because that is our damage stat, but... yeah. It no longer matters. Yay. Oh, we can get a +8. Yeah, no, that's honestly... Yeah, Cayenne... This game is full of wacky duper stuff, frankly. +8. There we go. +8. Already almost at a +9, and then we have our slab, which once we get this +9, we can slab it and 10 it, which is awesome. I'm actually really happy about that. Do we want to upgrade our armor at all? You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's give our armor a little tickle of an upgrade. Why not? Let's do our robe. Why not? There we go. The thing is it probably does not matter at all to do these upgrades on our armor, but does it make me feel better? Ever so slightly, yes.
I'll be around.
There we go. Cool. Alright, so next time we come back, we are on our way to Old Iron King. And then after Old Iron King, we are officially on the second half of the game, pretty much. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so we have 7 levels on our hands right now. Let's do up to 40 for Vigor. And let's do a dash more Vitality. And actually, you know what? I'll do 2 points Vigor. There we go. Not that I really need it, but now we have that 20 strength. So that's pretty cool. I think that looks pretty good for the most part. Vitality in this case just makes it so we'll eventually have fast roll again. And then eventually we do probably want to increase our ADP even more. So that would be nice. Now if we really, really, really wanted to, what we could do is we could go and pretty much just level up our whatchamacallit right now. Or not our whatchamacallit. We could just go and farm Rotten. Because if we go farm Rotten, we do have one bonfire aesthetic. Rotten is probably one of the biggest soul gains, and also he's honestly a pretty straightforward boss for the most part. So we could, in theory, go and kill Rotten again. And that would be a nice little boon to our cash. I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about boss weapons on this run. It's just not worth the effort of it. It's really not. Pop 2 of these, and I'm going to save the rest of that money for later. What's our level up cost at this point? Is it bad? Yeah, it's kind of bad. Let's do 2 points ADP. There we go. Alright, that feels good. That feels like a pretty well-rounded character for the most part. Okay. Alright, cool. Well, I think we have a pretty good baseline set up for ourselves, but folks, that is going to have to be it for tonight, I believe. Thank you very, very much for joining me. We, frankly, got a lot of progress done in one single night, which is awesome. I think we're going to stick with the halberd for the rest of this run at this point. It's doing a good amount of work. It's definitely kicking a fair amount of ass as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, folks, if you had a good night with me, do be sure to leave a like on the stream. It helps out a literal ton and a half. And it helps wonderful people like yourself also find the stream. So, thank you as always for joining me. I really appreciate it. And, I mean, frankly, if we get done with DS2 quickly enough here, I think we're going to be on pace to actually get through the entire challenge before we're done. I'm halfway concerned with DS1, but I'm not really concerned at all with Demon Souls. I really am not. But anyways, right on. Please take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your night. Cayenne Kingdom, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Jack, I know you're probably lurking somewhere, so thank you very much, Jack. I appreciate it. Star, I don't know if you're lurking right now. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night if you haven't been here tonight. Either way, just take good care of yourselves, folks, and I will see you all next time.